Hey Stephanie, sorry your video cut out for some reason. Okay, I was just talking about the background color, how it's kind of peach and it doesn't match this vibrant fall image we have over here. Okay, so I'd consider switching this out. Another thing is the shape is throwing me a little bit. It's sending my eye visually to this page, but there's nothing really here to keep my eye. And so it's sending a little bit of a confusing visual message. I might consider pulling a shape like this circle that you already have working to your advantage on this side, and maybe do a large circle that goes off the page and just kind of adds a little bit of an interest visually over here. I would also probably make this circle larger, and you could consider pulling it down so it goes off the page a little bit on the bottom, because obviously you don't want their heads coming off the page, but you can make this a little bit larger down here and have this nice cute image of the mother and her daughter with the words wrapping around it on a nice cool line that would look like that. Okay, and then you have this pulled quote. I might decide to move the pulled quote away from your other most visually interesting element and maybe place that pulled quote on this page. Or just move it higher on this page so it's not right side by side with the other most visually interesting image on this page. Okay, the other thing is your subheadings. It's really nice you have those in here, but see how in proximity they are too close to the paragraph that they follow as opposed to the paragraph that they lead you into. All right, so see how this space is tiny and this space is so big? I would switch that. I would make the space between the last paragraph large, and then what they're actually heading for, you need them to be a little bit closer. So this might be just where you hit enter, and I would delete that enter space, or you could hit enter and make it just like a 0.7 space, or you can play around on the paragraph palette and on the typeface palette on the character palette with the amount of space you have between your lines. Okay, so see how I have this large space here, and then if I wanted to have a space after, when I hit enter, and this is going to look weird. Actually, I need to pick one different. That's it. See how I have enter there? Okay, instead what you can do is you can select this line, and then you can play around with this, which is really going to help you out. Okay, play around with your leading a little bit more instead of just doing it enter and having it be so large. Okay, so that's one thing you can do here to make that a little bit easier. Another thing is I can see you have more article that's still coming. So I would go ahead and just cut off wherever you need to. That's a natural cut, and say read more at lds.org/value beyond measure. Another thing is see how you have this subtitle at the very end of the column? Instead, I would make your column not as tall and keep your subtitle with a little bit more of your paragraph. If maybe you had 2 lines worth of content, it wouldn't be a big deal. But where it's just this one line, it looks a little bit weird. Okay? So play around with those. Maybe make some different choices with your background color and the shapes. And try to increase some of the visual impact with the sizing of this image. Like you have the amazing large full bleed over here. Try to get some of this awesomeness and apply it to this image as well. Make sure, I think it might say you need to do a text wrap of an image, or maybe it says you only need to do a text wrap. Let's check that out. One word wrap, image, or shape. Okay, so you probably did, yeah, this is a square, so that actually meets the requirements. So you could just do that, but I think it'd be super awesome to have a text wrap of this circular shape as well. Okay, so that's all the critique I have for you, Stephanie, and hope you have a great day. Bye.